Namaste, Dr. Sophia Rangwala here. So today, friends, I'll be talking to you on the topic of law of karma, the karmic wheel, and nowadays very popularly known as what is called as law of attraction. Well, if we closely see law of attraction, it is nothing but the law of karma. Okay, so let's get started. What is karma? Karma is, in simple words, cause and effect. Right? So everything that we do will definitely have, every action that we perform will definitely have an equal and opposite reaction. So this we know. All right. There are three types of karmas: Sanchita karma, Prarabdha karma, and Agami karma. Sanchita karma is a sum total of all the karmas which we have done over the many lifetimes. Now, these are good and bad. It's a collection of the karmas. Out of this Sanchita karma, there will be certain karmas which we are bound to experience in our current life. These are called as Prarabdha karma. The Prarabdha karma is something which is ready to be experienced. It is like a ripe fruit, okay, which has fallen from the tree, and we don't have a choice but to taste it, to eat it. Whether it is sweet or bitter, irrespective, depending upon from where the Prarabdha is coming. So if a person is suffering so much in their lifetime, it's because it's prarabdha. They have to suffer. There is no other go because of a past action. If somebody is benefiting enormously and living a very good life and, life of abundance, then that is also because they have done some very good karmas in the past and for which they are getting rewarded in this particular lifetime. Okay, so this is prarabdha. Agami karma are the current karmas which we continuously perform, right? Because it's not just prarabdha that we experience. Along the way, as we are experiencing prarabdha, we are also continuously committing more karmas. This gets accumulated as what is called as agami karma. Now, sanchita karma will not be experienced at a go. Okay, because it will become otherwise too intense. So in any given lifetime, only certain sanchita karmas will become prarabdha karma, and that's how we experience through our lifetimes. And then more agami karmas are accumulated so that, further the lifetimes just keep coming on, and that's how we are stuck in this cycle of life and death, right? And the soul keeps coming back, keeps incarnating in a body, and it has to experience. Along with this, desires. Desires is the main root cause of our birth. So when we hold too many desires within us, desire could be of anything. A person may wanted to be an actor, but they couldn't be an actor in a particular lifetime, and they had this intense longing to be an actor. So they will have to come back in another lifetime to try to make their dream, to fulfill their desire, and fulfill their dream from the past life. Another person could be like who wanted to be a millionaire and who lived in poverty or did not make so much money despite a lot of hard work. So this person may want to experience, richness. Okay, so this person will come back to experience that. So on. Our desires bring us back here again and again. Attachments bring us back here again and again. Our karmas bring us back here. Karmas with other people, that's what it is all about. So that relationships, we'll come to that. So difficult relationships with family members, and if we have not resolved them in a particular lifetime, so we have to come back to resolve them. And many a times what happens is that we do not resolve these relationships and we stay in unacceptance of the difficulty of that relationship. We keep fighting and we stay in anger, bitterness, frustration, and many a times we see that, like, for example, couples, they will part ways in a very bitter manner. They'll end their marriage. Well, they have legally ended their marriage, and in a worldly way they may have parted ways, but have they karmically gotten over? No. If they have left in a lot of pain and anger and bitterness, then they will have to come back in another lifetime to sort it out. And when we don't sort out such kind of relationships or difficulties with any particular person, then, this person can incarnate as our loved ones or as a family member. They will be incarnating with us in the same family, and then there is no running away, there is no going away. Then you have to sort out your karmas with them. So it could be with your boss, friends, anyone. Okay, so this is how karma plays out. And now similarly, law of attraction. So this is a very big business which is happening nowadays. A lot of books are being sold, a lot of workshops are being held, and so on. So what is law of attraction? The law of attraction says that everything that you desire, and if you stay focused on that for long enough time, it will manifest. right? So it's true, because thoughts are very tangible. Though they are not visible, they seem intangible, but they are very real. They have matter in it, and when these thoughts, when they manifest into a reality, it is very tangible. Okay, so how does law of attraction work? As per law of attraction, it doesn't say that your desire will be fulfilled in this particular lifetime. It says stick on to your desire for long enough time, and yes, eventually it will fulfill in the divine timing. So it gives simple 3 steps. It says ask, believe, and then let go. Very beautiful. Okay, it means that ask, believe, and let go. Ask, pray to God, pray to the universe what you desire, and then believe that your desire will come true, okay, when the timing is right, okay, and then you just let go. Means after that you don't worry about it. When the desire will manifest, you forget about it. So you have put it in the back of your subconscious mind. It becomes sort of like, it will go into the sanchita karma, and then it will manifest. If, for example, let's say I want to have a mansion. I don't have the money in this lifetime to have that mansion. Maybe in another lifetime, then I'll be born as a royalty, okay, and I'll be born in a mansion, and I will enjoy it because it's there in my subconscious mind. So this is how law of attraction works. A lot of people also claim nowadays that law of attraction is really helping them. Like they thought of something and it really happened. It manifested. Now I have a small opinion over here, and this is with my own observation, and I'll share with my own personal example. So, okay, since a kid, I always wanted to be a doctor. Okay, I never thought of myself as anything else but a doctor. I was only 6 years old, and I had this crazy fascination. And I eventually ended up being a doctor, right? Now, as I study astrology and I look at my chart, I was stunned to see that my chart is of a doctor. So I was pre-programmed subconsciously in this lifetime to be a doctor. So accordingly, the thought pattern started while I was a kid. And for the longest time, until I started understanding astrology and started studying it, I took pride in thinking that I manifested it. You see how the ego was gloating over the achievement, and not just the being a doctor, but so many other things, which I have thought of or desired, and they have manifested. And I was a staunch believer in law of attraction until now, as I understand astrology, and I look at it and I'm like, array, this was meant to be, So what did I really do? I didn't do anything. I was thinking I was the doer, but I have not been doing anything. I'm just living a scripted plan, which has already come with me at the time of birth, and things are just happening. So how do I connect here with the law of attraction? Now, this is where I think, okay, could be a very possible explanation. So I believe that certain people, they are highly intuitive, and they intuitively know what is coming ahead for them. Now, they may or may not realize what is coming ahead for them, okay? And they will start desiring it just before when it is meant to happen, or they will just know that this is going to happen, and they remain focused on it, and then it manifests for them. So this is what I believe. I'm open to debate on this. If you have any other idea, please feel free to connect with me, and you're going to share your views on this video in the comment section. But this is how I feel, because otherwise we cannot reconcile the law of attraction and astrology and the life path, So astrology, the birth chart, is all about our life plan. So we come with a particular scripted life plan, and we go on that life plan throughout our life, and things just tend to happen. They just tend to unfold as and when we are going through the different dashas, okay, of the planets. So then law of attraction doesn't really apply over here in a direct sense, okay? Law of attraction never gives a time limit. It never says that if you think you should get it only this much time, you will get it in this much time. On the contrary, law of attraction is very tricky. It says that if you keep a time limit, means you are limiting. You are limiting the universe to manifest it for you. For example, if I want something and I keep a time limit of, let's say, a year, maybe the universe wants to give it to me before, right? So what's the point of me keeping a time limit? So law of attraction says, let go. Don't put any conditions. Just ask what you want and then leave it. the universe will manifest. At the same time, law of attraction is very beautiful. It also says that you be in a state of completion and vibrate high. Don't be in a state of lack, because if you are in a state of lack, then you cannot attract abundance. For you to attract abundance, you have to be in a state of abundance. So if I want to attract abundance, means I should feel rich in this very moment. If I don't feel richness in this moment, then I will not attract richness, right? I will not attract money. If I think I am poor and I want money, then how will money come to me? Because law of attraction says that you attract exactly what you are thinking and what you are feeling specifically. So what you want to attract, you got to feel that, you got to think that and feel that in the given point of time, and you need to continuously maintain that vibration so that eventually it will come to you. So it is so beautiful, because then it means that you are coming in a state of acceptance. You can't fool the universe, right? I cannot say, oh, I'm rich, but I'm actually feeling poor, right? It will not work that. It means I got to feel gratitude. I got to feel rich with whatever I have in this moment. And when I begin to feel rich in this very given moment, then only I will attract, more materialistic abundance. So this was an example. This can be applied in all aspects of your life. So also, as per law of attraction, we have created a desire. Now, that desire may or may not manifest in this lifetime, right? Who's to say? Maybe the circumstances are not conducive, So I may want to be some great, leader or a great actress. But in this lifetime, the circumstances are not right for me for that desire to manifest. So then another birth will be taken, and then the circumstances will be such that they will be appropriate for this desire to manifest, and then it will happen then. Okay, so this is how I connect the law of attraction with law of karma, and this is what it is. Now, a lot of you will ask me this question, especially those who are spiritually inclined. How can we get over the law of karma? So is there no way out? Are we going to be stuck in this? Because as I said, we have agami karma, and agami karma means you just keep generating new karmas. And because you generate new karma, so this becomes sanchita karma. And then you have to again come back to relive this sanchita karma as prarabdha karma. So where is the end to it? So this is where the beauty of spirituality comes in, okay? And you got to be then a spiritual person in the sense we are all spiritual, but you need to live in a spiritual awareness. You got to surrender to God. You need to get over the idea of doership. Okay, you need to get over the idea of the ego and the doership. You got to get over with this I am doing this. When I stay in the awareness that I am doing, I am, manifesting, or I am the achiever, or whatever it is, so means I am attaching to my egocentric identity, okay? And in that case, so long as I'm going to be attached to the ego, the karma will attach itself to me. It will remain attached, because ego and the subconscious mind are connected. So all the karmas that we do, and when we do it from a state of doership, they go and get stored in the subconscious mind as energetic forms. Okay, but as I get over this doership, as I rise over the ego and I understand that I am a witness, I am a presence within this body, and I am just witnessing this leela which is going on, this play of life which is unfolding, and whatever is happening, it's just happening through this body and through this mind, and I am just a witness to it. And this is a difficult state to be in, because to reach this state, one has to do a lot of sadhana, one has to do a lot of meditation and prayers, and then, with the grace of God, one comes in this awareness, and then one stays constantly in this awareness. And when we stay in this awareness that I am not doing anything, that means we are letting God, we are giving, how do I put it? We are attributing God, to take, for all the karmas that are being performed through us, we are attributing it to God, and all the good karmas are, devoted to God. And if there is any, first of all, a bad karma will not be done in that state now. Because you are in a higher awareness, you are in God consciousness, you're operating from God consciousness. And from that consciousness, bad karmas will be very, very negligent. And if at all it happens, you will not even realize it. Maybe the other person to who you ended up behaving badly, that person needed a certain lesson to learn through you. So it was done through you. It was God's way of teaching a lesson to someone else. So that is the way I take it. And every good act that gets done, you just, you devote it to God and know that it is God who's doing it, that the God consciousness is in all of us, and it connects everybody, and that there is a divine network. Okay, so if there is a help that somebody needs from me, then God has just made me right now as the medium to give this help to that person. I am nobody to discharge help to anybody. This help could be in any form. Okay, it could be in the form of an advice or money or whatever may be the case, right? So once I know that I am not the doer, that God is is the one who's doing it, then, my dear friends, we rise above we rather, get over the karmic wheel. And that is the way to prevent even new karmas, getting stored in our subconscious mind. And then with regular sadhana, tapasya, also the existing prarabdha karma, the impact will be so much less. So suppose, for example, I am meant to go through a severe illness or a very terrible, tragic accident in which there is a massive suffering for me. But I have now started living a spiritual life. I've started praying, I've started doing good deeds, and I know that I am not the doer, I'm in this higher awareness. So the prarabdha karma has to manifest, right? Because as I said that when the fruit falls from the tree, it has to be eaten. But now the bitterness of this fruit will be very, very reduced by the grace of God, by the grace of the Guru. And prarabdha karma will be experienced, but in a very, minor form. So a big accident, I may get away with a small cut, while cutting fruits or something, or some small injury. I may get away with something very small rather than something very major which was meant to happen. So a lot of times when we get away with something small, or small damage, like while driving or anything like that, we always say this, oh, maybe something very big was going to happen, but that, got averted by this small incident. So this is how, my dear friends, karma works. And in a very short way, I've given you the key to, get out of this cycle of life and death. The only way is to get over doership. So once we get over doership and we operate from God consciousness, not from ego consciousness, not from the consciousness that I am doing this and take credit for it. The ego takes credit. But once we stop giving the credit to the ego and we give credit to God for all that we have and all that gets done through us, then the law of karma becomes redundant for us, and it stops working. And at that point of time, I believe even our birth chart also does not function the way it is meant to function, because then a veil of God's protection, a veil of God's grace comes over us, and protects us from everything. That is the way I believe, and as I said, this is a very open topic, and a very vast spiritual topic. It requires a very nice satsang where we can sit and discuss. This is my small attempt, a very humble attempt to share what I feel about it, or whatever I have learned so far, whatever the understanding that I have acquired. But please feel free to share your own opinion and whatever wisdom that you have. I'll be so glad to learn from you. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Take care. Namaste.